Show no mercy, bro. Kill them all.
Jesus, Son of the Most High God, what do you want with me? I beg you, don't punish me.
What is your name?
Legion. Lord, we beg you, do not send us into the abyss. Let us enter into the herd of swine.
All right, y'all. Let's stop that right there. Let's reflect on what just happened, because there's about to be a badass scene up after this. But let's talk about what just went on here. So, first of all, people, look at the look on Jesus' face when that demon asked to go into that herd of pigs, right? Jesus, like, why the hell you want to go up in one of the dirtiest animals on earth, a pig? Jesus is probably thinking to himself, boy, what kind of drugs you on where you want to go inside of a pig? But Jesus is going to allow it. You will see how he does that shit too. But it's probably not how it went down, but it's you'll see. But he just had that disgusted look like, are you serious? Like, what the hell are you thinking? Right? Just look at the look on his face. It says it all. But he allows it because Jesus probably foreseen what was going to happen. If you don't know what happens next, stay tuned. You're going to know in the next few minutes. I just want to touch base on three things. So first of all, I want to go back and replay the video, and I'm going to cut in and explain some things as it happened. So just stay with me here. I'm going to be like a few short minutes. So we're going to learn some stuff about what's going on here. So we have them coming down. They're coming up to the island where they heard about this man. They heard about this man that was bound in chains, and he was like strong and like hurting people. He was like a bully. We all know about bullies. So they're going to come and see what's up with this dude. Like they're going to, that's why I call Jesus badass vigilante. You about to see why in a few minutes too. Look, he just jumped on that boat like he owned that land, right? Because he does. And this dude, he reminds me, this dude right here, he reminds me that one, that you know, every bar got an asshole. That's that asshole right here. Look at him. Always trying to instigate. And then you see when he notices, when this demon's possessed man, when he notices who it is, he drops down to the ground, asking for mercy, and you know what I'm saying? And then Jesus, of course, he says, what's your name? Then he says, Legion, for we are many.
What is your name?
That means that a legion is more than one person. It could be 2, or it could be 100. Nobody knows. But legion means more than one. It's a group of demons. It's like a gang of people going around causing mischief. That's who legion is. It's a bunch of demons, like a gang together, going around causing mischief, possessing this one man. Okay? And then he drops down, and he knows who he is exactly, because he says, what have we to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? What do you mean Most High God? Does that mean there's other gods? If there is, that means the Most High God, who is the Father of Jesus, he created other gods below him. But he is the God of all gods. Let's get that right. He was there first before anything. Let's get that shit right. So, Legion is also asking that that Jesus not send him to the abyss. What is the abyss? Okay. I'm pretty sure the abyss is hell. It's where God puts like hopelessness and all that bad stuff at. So all that stuff's in hell. I believe that's the abyss. But then sometimes I wonder, does it mean another place, like making all this happen for I don't know what reason? But he also made a place that he prepared for Satan and the fallen angels, which is hell. That may be the abyss he's talking about. But when I think about this ball in the Hebrew Bible, I'm thinking, what's outside of this ball? What's outside of the universe? Is it a bunch of nothingness? Because when I hear the word abyss, I'm thinking darkness and nothing. It just goes on forever. What if the demon, what if he was worried, like, I don't know, would Jesus take the demon, throw him into the abyss, not be in hell? It's just outside of the universe, nothing. You just float on forever, no one to talk to, no one to hang out with. You're just by yourself and nothing but loneliness in that abyss, and you just go on forever because there's no end. And you just lonely as shit forever. There ain't nothing out there. That would be a horrible death, but it would be better than being in hell, being tormented by demons as a human soul. I'd rather be lonely out there floating to never ever land with no point than to be tortured on a daily basis for all eternity. But still, that's horrible to even think about. That's like lost in space with no one to help, but yet you don't die. Anyway, let's move on. I'm carrying on a little bit too much. Anyway, so the abyss, I believe, is hell, but I like to think other things too, so I'll just do that idea in there. Anyway, so why enter the herd of pigs? Why would Legion want to do that? I'm thinking, well, obviously, whether if the abyss, I'm pretty sure it means hell, but whether if the abyss is being thrown into nothingness and on the other side of the universe with nothing to float to, or whether if it's hell, either way, it's a horrible way to go. And living in a pig, which was the only animals around at the time, because Jesus was not going to allow them to enter another human. I don't think Jesus is going to tolerate that BS. But pigs, okay, why not? Let them go into pigs. Because as you notice, if you look at Jesus' eyes, when this demon begged for mercy, I'm going to tell you this right now. Look at the compassion in his eyes. Look at the compassion. Even Jesus feels compassion for the demons. If I was that demon, I'd be asking for forgiveness to be back up in heaven. Shit. I think Jesus would forgive a demon if they asked. I believe God would forgive Satan if Satan was to take his pride away and become humble. But I don't think Satan's going to do that. Anyway, let's move on. What do we got next? So did I touch base with everything? I was going to make sure. Okay. So why enter the herds of the pig? So anyway, we're about to play this in like 30 seconds. So they come up. So the recap real quick. They come up to the thing to check out what this dude's all bullying people, right? And he run up to Jesus. Then all of a sudden, when he find out it's Jesus, he drops, begging for mercy. Don't throw him in the abyss. He knows it's the son of the Most High God. And now he's asking to go into the herd of pigs. So what does Jesus do when he asks? Well, I'm pretty sure Jesus makes like a genie and grants that demon's wish. I don't think that demon's going to get what he wants the way he wants it. But he's going to get his wish. So let's see what happens. Let's watch this shit. Come on, let's watch it. All right, hit that play button.
Do not send us into the abyss. Let us enter into the herd of swine.
So, first of all, that was some crazy stuff. Enter some pigs. What was the point of going into the pigs if you're going to die anyway? So I don't understand this, but I have some thoughts and ideas I want to share really quick with the pigs. I think the pigs are kind of, in a way, kind of smarter than humans. So when a demon enters a pig knows right away, this ain't right. We know that it's like the pigs know what their future is going to be if this demon's in them long enough and takes full control of them. And the pig don't want no part of that. So the pig thought, instead of being tortured and tormented throughout the rest of the days of its life on earth, it's just going to kill itself and prevent all that shit from ever happening. As soon as they sense the demon in them, I think these pigs went crazy and said, I don't want a part of this, because they know what evil is. And they go to, compared to a human, and the pigs go and kill themselves after they sense a demon's in them to prevent a fucking horrible life. So they just get it over and kill themselves. So when a demon goes into a human, it's like humans are so stubborn, they just like don't want to admit that they got a problem in their life, and it might be something within, literally within, like an inner demon will say, right? And then they just put themselves in denial, and as long as that demon's still lingering around, fucking with your soul or whatever, excuse my language, but once it gets a hold of you certain amount of time or something, it seems like, it just, once it gets full control of you, it's like you're doomed, you know what I mean? It's consuming you. And that's why I'll put God in my life, don't let those demons get me. But thing is, so they go into this herd and they go running off the cliff. Then you have okay, so let's back that up. I'm gonna back that up a little bit. Okay, so first of all, this is some badass shit right here. And as you can see, there is more than one demon in him. There's like a dozen, half dozen, something like that, right? They go up into the swine of pig. They go up in there, and these pigs are now sensing there's an evil presence in them. And those pigs are probably thinking like, okay, I'm going to be tormented for the rest of my days on earth, or I could just jump off this cliff, kill myself, and prevent torment from happening. Because pigs are smart enough to know they ain't messing with no evil. They just want to kill themselves, get it over with. I hope those pigs went to heaven. I'm sure God will understand. But, oh, that'd be horrible. And then, so all these pigs are jumping off the cliff. There's like 100 pigs, man. You know how much a pig costs these days? I have no idea. But as you can see, see, they call Jesus a magician because they didn't know what was going on. They was so quick to judge and stuff, instead of asking questions to see what the hell just happened. But then again, they just lost like 100 pigs. How much is a pig? Well, how much is a pig today? $500, $1,000? You know, people don't even get that much on their paycheck in a month. Can you imagine 100 pigs? Jesus just cost them a lot of money. And look at the look on Jesus' face when he up there on the hill, on the cliffside, yelling down at him like, why'd you do that, man? He's like, you killed all the pigs. Jesus, like, he's like, whoops. Sorry about that. Right? It's like, hey, Jesus owns this shit. He could do what he wants. It's just a bunch of pigs. Because you know damn well Jesus wasn't going to let these demons possess another human being. But he showed compassion even for the demons, y'all. Jesus even showed compassion for the demons and allowed them to go into the pigs. Well, he made it happen. He did that shit in style, though. According to this video, he did it in style. I wonder what really happened, how he really did all this, though. But okay, so coming. So let's finish this and let's see the end cap, and then we're gonna talk about that for a minute or two, and then I'm gonna explain what this is all based on with 3 comparisons and a contradiction of the Bibles. Wow, so they say, or is it a misunderstanding and a misperception? You're gonna know in the next about 5 minutes. So let's watch the end part, and I'll explain.
Go away from here! You, magician! Leave us! Go away from this place! Leave us! Go away from here!
I'll follow you wherever you go. Let me come with you.
Go back home and tell what God has done for you.
So this guy here, he's happy he got the demon out of him. Those two guys complaining up there, they don't know what's going on. They don't know no better. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they say.
I'll follow you
In that
wherever
case.
you go. Let me come with you.
Go back home
So this man
and tell what God has
been saved by Jesus, got a demon out of his body for who knows how, for a long time they say. No one knows how long, but a long time. Living like that, that's a horrible life to live. And then all of a sudden, Jesus, badass vigilante of all time, heard about this demon. He want to go home and handle this demon, and he did. He handled it accordingly and properly, I think. Then, this man, because he's now free, he believes that this is the Son of Man because nobody else can free this man of this demon. But Jesus can. And that's proof right there that Jesus is the Son of God. It's a little more evidence to put into your faith to believe a little more. You know what I mean? And so this man appreciated and was grateful because now he could go live his life like he should have been. And he wanted to help Jesus. He wanted to do anything for Jesus to pay him in return. And all Jesus asked, see, God made it simple after he sent Jesus, because God made it so simple. And all Jesus wanted back in return, he didn't want money, he didn't want this, he didn't want that. All he wanted this guy to do, who was possessed by demons, all he wanted this guy to do in return for removing those demons was to go out and tell people what happened. That God, the power of God, can remove demons out of a people because Jesus is powerful. And Jesus is a part of God. He's the Son of God. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then like the guys on the hilltop bitching, I mean, they got every right, like I said, they got every right to be pissed. I mean, that's a lot. That's like, what, 100 sheep? That's like $100,000 these days at least. I'd be mad too. But it was worth it because the story just blows my mind. It's one of my favorite ones. Legion. So I'm gonna go into this. So just play the video out. And then we're gonna go into a quick little study, and we're gonna compare all three stories. If I can learn how to do this, I'm gonna keep this on one recording, clip and snip, and try to do the best I can with one recording. I got 10 minutes left. We could do this in 10 minutes. That's perfect. We'll have this in no time. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so this story, I Am Legion, I call it. It's when Jesus takes a soul out of an evil spirit out of man. So, okay, so this story shows up 3 times. If you want to do a Bible study on this story shows up 3 times in the Bible. It shows up in Mark, Matthew, and Luke. Okay, and in the book of there's a contradiction, people say, but it's not a contradiction. It's a misunderstanding, or it could be a written down mistake. I don't know. But there's 101 different possibilities that could have happened, and we'll never know because nobody was there to see it with their own eyes, so we'll just never know. We just got to have to believe this by faith or whatever, so I'm going to present what I can. So, the only difference between the 3 stories is in Matthew, the book of Matthew. Look how much Matthew wrote about this story, Legion, okay? And then this is Mark. Mark and Luke are basically the same. Look at this. It's a whole page, and there's like a paragraph or 2 on the next page, right? That's both Mark and Luke. Matthew, he must have been having one of them days when he wrote his shit down, right? Because he just wrote like a half a page compared to the other 2 guys. Because, like I said, the story shows up 3 times. So what Matthew wrote down, and people say this is a contradiction, Matthew wrote down that when they came to that land, they were approached by two possessed men. Matthew, or no, yeah, that's what Matthew says, two possessed men, and then Mark and Luke say there was one possessed man. People say that's a contradiction, and that contradicts the Bible, and that proves God's fake. I said, what? I said, you gonna prove God fake on that? That's some bullshit. Let me clear that up. So first of all, usually when there's a contradiction in the Bible, it's nothing more than mankind's misunderstanding or misperception of what they're reading or trying to understand. I've been doing this for 20 years. It took me at least 10 years to understand what this Bible was. I thought it was a bunch of crazy stuff at first, but I believed it because I put my faith up in it. And it's been proven to be real to me so far, even scientifically. I'm not going to get scientific on this one, but maybe I'll do though. I've been doing science and Bible stuff for 20 years, man. I defend God is what I do. Shit. Anyway, check this out. So in this story, it says two possessed men. And in the other two stories, Mark and Luke, it says one possessed man. So what could have happened was, so when they came up to the island, like I put myself up there with the demon who was cutting himself with a stone. What if there was two demons that was there, or when they came up to the island, there was two demons, but Jesus was too busy handling one demon, and when that one demon was being handled by Jesus, and the other demon seeing what the hell was going on, that other demon would be smart and run away. That's what I would do. He didn't want to go to that abyss. He didn't know what was going on. He could have been anywhere seeing this from a distance. He can't hear what's going on. He just knows that, oh my God, that's Jesus. I don't want no part of that. He's going to send me to the abyss. So he took off running. So why did Matthew write down about the second demon, but Mark and Luke didn't? They just wrote down about one. I'm going to say, so, I mean, like I said, there could be 101 different possibilities. So one of many ways would be why they wrote down only one is because that's the one demon Jesus handled at that time. See, that's what they seen with their own eyes. So they didn't bother to write down about the demon that ran away, if there was a demon that ran away, because there's no sense of writing about it. They had nothing to write about because he wasn't there. He got away. He got lucky. He got away. There ain't nothing to write about. And that's why they just said one demon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one stayed back to you know what I'm saying, whatever. One stayed back like I did on the hilltop in the video. And then, so that's the only contradiction. And there ain't no contradiction. There's a misperception. You got to remember, too, misperception. Because you have three different people writing the same story from three different perspectives. And they wrote these on paper, I believe, many years later after it actually happened. So they probably had a fuzzy memory, but they wrote to the best they can. Except for Matthew. He got a little lazy on that shit. He got a little lazy writing a half a page on that story. That's a badass story. I want to know more about that. But if you want to learn more of these and you want to do a little Bible study at home, what I highly recommend, okay, so go look up, I go by the New King James Version because it takes the ye's and ye's out and it's still got that little poetic form to it. Plus, I can comprehend it. So if you got ADD, ADHD like I do, all hyper and shit, you go ahead and get that New King James Version. But like I always say, that's only an opinion. That's what I go by. And everything I base my stuff is New King James Version. So, with all that being said, you want to look up and compare these three stories. Read them one at a time and then see the difference. The only difference you want to see is, was it two demons or was it one? Come up with your own thoughts and ideas. Leave it in my comments. See if leave it on the comments on this video. Let me know what you think. Why Matthew says two people when the other two guys say one. Let me know what your thoughts on that. Leave that in the comments, please. Cause I'm curious. I'm open to ideas. I'm trying to figure that out. I just know that there's something. There's missing information is all it is. Not a contradiction, but missing information, a misunderstanding, and a misperception. Not a contradiction. The Bible's real. Science been proving it right ever since science came along. Anyway, so go look up the book Matthew chapter 8, verse 28 through 34, and then you got that's the one who wrote just a half a page, right? And then you got Mark, more detailed, which is go to the book of Mark, chapter 5, verses 2 through 20. Go read that one. And then go to Luke chapter 8, verse 26 through 39. Go read that one. Then compare the three stories from the 3 different people, 3 different perspectives, and then come up with your own, what you think went on there, and then let me know if you care to let me know. I would love to know. Anyway, that's the Bible study for today. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. But one thing I can't get out of my head, y'all, honestly, whenever that demon asked to go in that swine of pigs, and Jesus gave that, "Are you freaking serious?" look, I was like, man, I had to throw that in there. That's what, man, I wouldn't even want to come on cam in this video. I said, I got to come on cam and say something about that shit. Oh, God, I love Jesus. I love God. I know I swear in my videos, but it's to hype up the non-believers. Look, I know non-believers ain't going to listen to no God stuff unless there's some swearing or something that's going to interest them. They don't want no goody two-shoe shit. And that's why I need Jesus in my life more than ever, because I ain't no goody two-shoe. And if you think being a Christian, you got to be a goody two-shoe, you thought wrong, y'all. Listen, if we get good with God, he let us break the rules. Don't be crossing the line and don't take advantage. Just do the right thing and you know, don't do anything that's going to hurt others, whether if it's physically or their feelings. Don't do anything like that. Try to, you know, just do the next right thing. Get to the point where you consider and believe that God and Jesus do exist. Okay, there's a lot of scientific fact. Science, I got 20 years on science too, and I could use science to prove the Bible right each and every time. There ain't one time when the science is going to prove the Bible to be wrong. I could prove that. All you got to do is ask. Do you have any questions? If a Bible contradicts itself in 2 different parts or whatever, and you question it and it's killing your faith, you go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll who knows, probably make a video on that. You know what I mean? I love cleaning up the misunderstandings of the so-called false contradictions of the Bible. I've been doing this for 20 years. I fight for God. I just correct misunderstandings for him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, whether if you're a believer or a non-believer of God, if you're a non-believer, I mainly make these videos for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all want some excitement and stuff. I want to get that and shit. And it's cool to swear all up in here. Just remember, do it because you're doing it something good. Something good coming out your heart. If you want to motivate people, lift their spirits up and get their attention to maybe consider God's existence, I'm going to swear my ass off. Sometimes, if you want to attract the wicked, you got to do some wicked things. But swearing is about as far as I go. I do pray upon this before and after each video I make when I swear in my biblical videos. So, I know a lot of people have a problem. But then again, you got to check out my disclaimer. This is straight out of the Bible, y'all. But I try not to take advantage of that, though. And I don't use that on the streets. Only unless I'm trying to save a lost soul or something like that, or someone who's curious about God. Yeah, I'm going to swear and hype them up. That's just how it works with me. I'm a different kind of preacher, man. Anyway, God bless you all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Stuff like that on there. So anyway, I'm going to let everyone go. And I just want to say, if you made it this far in the video, God bless you all. And if you have any questions, biblical, science, whatever, go ahead and ask. Feel free to ask. Just you can ask the dumbest of questions. I don't care. I ask dumb questions too. Just don't be mean. That's all. You could be like smart ass, but don't be mean. Okay. Love you all. God bless you. I know y'all ain't sneeze, but God bless you anyway.
core of the Whirlpool Galaxy and sent us back a photograph. Here's what NASA sent us back from 31 million light years away, deep in the core of the Whirlpool Galaxy. We get this image coming back to us. Wow! It's the X structure in the core of the Whirlpool Galaxy. I'm not here to scientifically tell you it's a cross. You can make of it what you want to tonight. I'm just saying it reminds me of the Revelation writer who said, it's Jesus Christ, the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world. It's Jesus everywhere. It's grace everywhere you turn. It's mercy when you least expect to find it. It's God laughing in heaven when we finally got the Hubble aimed at the right place and he goes, check this out. It's me. It's grace. It's mercy. It's kindness. It's forgiveness. Everywhere you look, it's God saying, I love you. There's grace everywhere. And long before you decided what you were going to do with God, God decided what he was going to do with you. And that was to not give you what your sins deserved, but to give his son what your sins deserved.